Pearl? Oh my, isn't this Leah, the poor one? Did you get lonely because no one talks to you at the kindergarten? It's only you and your entourage of that mother and child who are ignoring me. Huh? Listen here, Pearl. But how is it acceptable for you to openly show that attitude, ignoring me so blatantly in front of the children, and even drag the kids into it? Isn't that behavior completely inappropriate for a parent at a kindergarten? Oh, the poor single mother is barking again. I have a husband, and I'm not poor enough to be treated like I'm destitute. Then bring your husband here. Only then will I believe you. I told you my husband is working overseas, so I can't bring him here. See? I knew it. Your husband isn't here, is he? I knew it. It's a single mother situation after all. I've told you already that's not the case. Poor people shouldn't be coming to the kindergarten. Seriously, enough already.
Grandpa, the friends at kindergarten didn't talk to me again. They said poor people shouldn't come to kindergarten.
Leah, do you have a moment?
Oh, Father? It's rare for you to call at this time. What's going on?
Well, it's just that I noticed something strange in a message from Billy. I wasn't sure if you knew about it, and I thought it'd be better to talk to you directly.
Huh? From Billy?
Billy, as you know, recently started going to that cram school, and that's when he decided to get a smartphone.
Yes, even though he's just in his first year of junior high, we discussed it with your father, and considering he comes home late sometimes, we thought it'd be better for him to have one. This way he could stay in touch, especially if he's out late. And I feel a little more secure knowing he can contact us if he needs anything. I didn't want him to feel left out, especially since many of his friends already have one.
From what I can gather, the message seemed to be from Maggie using Billy's phone. She must have borrowed it and sent me a message because the words used were ones a 5-year-old typically wouldn't use. I believe Billy must have helped her type it or at least guided her in writing it. I was shocked at how clearly written it was for someone so young. I wasn't sure if I should be concerned or not. I don't even know where she could have learned some of those phrases, but I'm sure Billy had to have helped her.
Now that you mention it, on the very first day Billy had his smartphone, Maggie kept running after him saying, "I want to use my brother's phone too." Did she get to borrow it from him? What did you receive in the message? What exactly did she say?
Well, it was this. Grandpa, my friends at kindergarten didn't talk to me again. Poor people shouldn't come to kindergarten.
What? This
is the exact message that was sent. I haven't edited it in any way. I made sure to read it through several times, and it was definitely the message Billy sent. I'm still trying to make sense of it. But it seems like Maggie might not be getting along well with her friends at kindergarten. She must be feeling left out or hurt in some way. As for the mention of poor people, I'm not sure how that came up, and I'm definitely confused about it.
I'm sorry for making you worry. It seems like Billy's been worried too. I'll talk to him about it properly later. I really need to understand what's going on with Maggie and why she's been feeling so upset. I'm not sure how to handle this.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Do you have any idea why this is happening? If you're having trouble with something, I'm here to listen. Don't hesitate to share what you're thinking.
Well, actually, I think I could use some advice. I believe the message you got was related to Maggie being ignored by her friends at kindergarten. She might be dealing with something that's making her feel isolated. I'm really concerned about what she might be going through at her age. She's only 5, and this is a difficult situation for kids when it comes to making friends and dealing with social dynamics.
Ignored?
It all started because I, as her mother, ended up getting on the wrong side of one of the moms who's a leader at the kindergarten. I didn't even see it coming, but it's been building up for a while now. At first, I thought I could just stay out of it and avoid trouble, but then it became more complicated. Now it's affecting Maggie directly.
On the wrong side? What happened?
The mom's name is Pearl. Her father is the president of a major local company, and her husband is the vice president. They're quite wealthy and proud of making large donations to the kindergarten, showing off their upper-class status. They like to flaunt their power, and it seems like they enjoy being admired for their wealth and influence. But more than that, it seems like she's used to having people around her and doing whatever she wants because of her connections. It's hard to explain, but she seems to think that everyone else should bow to her, especially in the kindergarten setting. I'm just a bit confused as to why she felt the need to involve me in all of this.
Why did she pick on you?
She mistakenly thought that we were a poor single-mother family. She made assumptions based on some of the choices I've made and some of the circumstances surrounding our family.
Huh? A single mother?
Because my husband is working overseas and has never even come home, she must have assumed that we were divorced. I never gave her any reason to think that, but it didn't matter. Plus, I'm not a stay-at-home mom, and I work as an employee. Most of the clothes I wear are from brands that are generally considered inexpensive or budget-friendly. Our temporary apartment, while we wait for our new home to be built, is in a building that's 60 years old. It's not the nicest place, but it's all we can afford right now, and we're making do. It seems that these things matched her idea of what constitutes a poor family. So, Pearl and her entourage of other moms labeled us as the poorest family at the kindergarten. They've been talking about us behind our backs, and I'm sure it's been spreading to other parents, too.
I see.
I could have tolerated being the target of their behavior if it was just me, but recently they've even started telling other kids, don't play with Maggie, she's from a poor family. I overheard some of the other parents telling their children not to associate with her. I'm heartbroken for her, and it's really affecting her self-esteem. She's only 5, and she shouldn't be dealing with this kind of exclusion.
Has the kindergarten done anything to intervene?
Because Pearl's family has such influence, no matter how much I complain, they won't take any action. The kindergarten's director and the staff are all so eager to please Pearl's family, and no matter what I say or do, they won't step in. I've tried to address it with them, but they keep telling me to resolve it privately or just wait for things to settle down. They keep brushing it off. It's clear to me that they're trying to avoid getting on Pearl's bad side. They don't want to lose the funding or donations that her family provides.
I see.
I feel terrible for making Maggie go through this, but I'm planning to have her take a break from kindergarten for a while starting tomorrow. It breaks my heart to pull her out of school, but I think it's the best option for her right now. I don't want her to be exposed to any more of this negativity.
I need to check something, though. Isn't the company Pearl's father runs called D Corp?
Yes, it's D Corp. Are you, by any chance, involved with their business in some way?
Ah, I am. But does Pearl not know that I'm your father?
Well, that's right. Since I'm married now and my surname is different, and I met Paul after I got married, if she knew who I was, she definitely wouldn't have treated me that way. She's the type to respect power and authority, after all. She only values people who can offer her something in return. If she had known I was connected to you, she would have probably acted very differently. Can't help but feel like she's trying to manipulate everyone to get what she wants.
I see. Understood. Perhaps it's time to deal with that family.
Wait, father?
I didn't mean it like that. I've been thinking about some things related to D Corp. There's an investigation that's been ongoing for some time. I've been part of some discussions regarding a few issues that have been brewing behind the scenes. If it comes to light, Pearl's family will be brought down by it. I'm not saying I'm going to take action directly, but there are people involved who are looking into it. Things will come to a head soon, and once they do, I believe Pearl's family won't be in the position of power they once were. That's just the way things work sometimes.
I appreciate that you're concerned about me and Maggie, but you have a position in society, and I don't want you to do anything reckless. Please, just be careful. I don't want you to get caught up in something dangerous or too complicated.
Don't worry about me. Thank you for looking out for me. But I really need to be more careful with my choice of words. I'll make sure to think things through before I act.
Maggie, it seems like she's taking a break from the kindergarten. I wonder if she's finally starting to understand the reality of the situation. If she has, then it's high time you both left the school and disappeared. Just looking at the two of you, mother and daughter, fills me with disgust. Poor Pearl. What? Leah! Why didn't you tell me? I just found out that the president of the company, which accounts for 70% of D Corp's sales, is your relative. I only found out recently myself. No, that's not the real surprise. Your father is actually my father's senior from high school and college. And on top of that, he's an active state legislator. Is this really something that needs to be talked about? Huh? It's not like I've been hiding it. If anyone asked, I would tell them. But then why have you been pretending to be poor? I'm not pretending to be anything. It's true that my husband is working overseas and we're living in an old apartment as a temporary place until our new home is built. As for my clothes, I just prefer affordable options. It's my personal taste. I have explained this all to you, but you and your friends have decided to label me and my daughter as a poor single mother family. That's not even the issue anymore. Please, can you connect me to your father? How much do I need to pay to make this entire situation go away? This entire situation? The competitive bidding issue, of course. Ah, so you're talking about the government-related bid rigging that D Corp was involved in, right? I've heard from my father's associates that they're investigating it. Bid rigging, where contracts were awarded unfairly to certain companies, right? And the company involved is D Corp. I don't really understand the details, but I know that there's a law called the Anti-Bid Rigging Law. I don't care about all that legal mumbo-jumbo. If this becomes public, my father and husband will be arrested. Just tell me how much your father wants to make this disappear. So you're suggesting bribing a state legislator to cover it all up? Don't put it that way. I just want you to keep quiet about it. Well, that's something I can't do. Why not? Because my father absolutely despises that kind of thing, and accepting money to cover up a crime would mean ruining his entire career. There's no way I would put him in that kind of situation. Well then, our kids are going to the same elementary school starting this spring, right? I'll make sure they get along, and we can even be friendly like the other rich families. Oh, but my daughter is going to the S University-affiliated elementary school in the neighboring city. What? We're actually building our new house near that school, so my involvement with your kindergarten group will end when she graduates. Well, actually, I wonder, will your child be transferring out soon? What am I supposed to do now? This is ruining my whole wealthy lifestyle. By the way, didn't you watch the news? What? Your father and husband's names are already being reported. No way! I can't handle any more of this. Just wait! I'm leaving now. Wait! I just looked outside and there are reporters everywhere. Please, at least help me out this once.
Leah, good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Are you on your way to the airport now?
Yes. Maggie and Billy insisted on greeting you at the airport. Since my husband is finally returning after finishing his overseas work assignment, they're both really eager to see him.
I see. It's good that everything has been resolved by the time you meet him.
That's true. Of course, I've already explained the situation to him. I think he was quite worried, but it's a relief that things are calming down. As far as the kindergarten situation goes, things are finally peaceful, which is such a relief. Pearl's group of mothers has quieted down considerably, and it seems like the kids are getting along better now.
That's good to hear. Well, leave all the political matters to me. You just focus on being a mother and wife and do your best for the family.
Yes, thank you, Father. At last, things around me are calming down, and I can finally take a deep breath and feel a bit of relief. It's been a long time coming, but after so many weeks of tension and uncertainty, the situation is beginning to settle. I was honestly starting to wonder if we would ever get to this point, but here we are. The worst seems to be behind us, at least for now. Since then, a lot has happened, and the changes have been significant. It seems that D Corporation, which has been at the center of much turmoil, has undergone some drastic management changes. The entire leadership team has been replaced, and they're currently in the process of overhauling the company's structure. It's a difficult but necessary step, especially considering the problems they'd been facing. There's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding the company's future, but they are making an effort to restructure, hoping to improve the situation and create a more stable environment going forward. It's not going to be an easy road, but they're trying. On a personal note, Pearl has had her own dramatic upheaval. Her life has completely changed since everything started. Her husband, as well as her father, found themselves in serious trouble, so much so that they both became involved with the police. It's hard to imagine how things got so bad, but it seems that they crossed a line that they couldn't come back from. Both men had to deal with the legal consequences of their actions, and it wasn't long before Pearl had no choice but to divorce her husband. It must have been a difficult and emotional decision for her, but in light of everything that had happened, I suppose she had no other option. Divorce is never easy, especially when there are so many other issues to contend with, but for Pearl, it was the only way out. To add to her troubles, it appears that Pearl's parents also went through their own divorce. The breakdown of their marriage added even more complexity to an already chaotic situation. Pearl must have felt like her entire world was falling apart, with family and relationships fracturing around her. Divorce alone is a painful enough experience, but when it involves multiple family members, it becomes even more complicated. She had to deal with the fallout from both her husband and her parents all at once. How overwhelming that must have been, to have everything you once thought was stable suddenly crumble beneath your feet. In the aftermath, Pearl tried to move forward, hoping to start fresh. She packed up and took her mother and child with her as they fled the turmoil of their previous life. They relocated to another area, hoping that a change of scenery would bring a sense of peace and a chance at a new beginning. It was a bold move, one that required courage and strength, but at first it seemed to be working. They found a new place to live, and for a time, things seemed to be improving. Pearl was starting over, and that gave her a sense of hope. However, things quickly became more complicated than they seemed. Pearl couldn't shake the life she had once lived. She had been used to luxury, to the comforts and indulgences that came with her former lifestyle, and it wasn't long before she began trying to recreate that lifestyle despite the fact that she could no longer afford it. She started spending money she didn't have, going back into debt and even borrowing money to keep up the appearances of the life she once led. The pressure of maintaining that image became overwhelming for her. She couldn't let go of the past, and it drove her to make reckless financial decisions, all in the hopes of holding on to something that was no longer realistic. Her mother, who had been supporting her during these difficult times, started to become deeply concerned about the effect this behavior was having on Pearl's child. The financial instability, the reckless spending, the constant strain, it was clear that this was not a healthy environment for anyone, and certainly not for a child. Pearl's mother saw the damage it was causing and tried to step in, hoping to guide her daughter back onto a more reasonable path. But Pearl refused to listen. She couldn't let go of the dream of the life she had lost, and as a result, she kept making poor choices. After that, Pearl's life seemed to spiral even further out of control. The debt continued to pile up, and she couldn't stop herself from making one bad decision after another. It was at this point she needed to reach out to her old friends, sending out a desperate message to everyone asking for help. She needed someone to save her from the mess she had created, but unfortunately, it seemed like no one was willing to offer that help. She sent out a mass message to her former friends, hoping that someone would step in and support her, but after that message, she completely disappeared. There's been no contact since, and no one knows where she is now. It's like she just vanished. It's a tragic story, one that makes you wonder where things went wrong for her. Pearl was once someone with so much potential, so many opportunities, but somewhere along the way, she lost her way. The pressures of her past, her inability to let go of the life she once had, and her refusal to face the reality of her situation all led her down a path of self-destruction. Now she's gone, and we're left to wonder if she'll ever be able to put the pieces of her life back together. The debt, the broken relationships, the fractured family, can she ever recover from all of that? Or has it all become too much to bear? It's a reminder of how fragile everything can be. Life can change in an instant, and sometimes the choices we make can have consequences we never imagined. Pearl's story is one of loss, not just of material things, but of relationships, of security, and of her own sense of self. And now she's gone without a trace, leaving only the memories of what she was and what she could have been. It's heartbreaking, really, and I can't help but wonder if she'll ever find a way to make peace with herself. Perhaps, in some way, she will, or perhaps she's already too far gone. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.